Things I wish I knew before I start renting. As a first-time renters, there's a lot to learn and there's a lot to know about renting before you get into the meat of the matter. If you're diving into the world of renting for the first time and you're in Florida, there are some tips that you should know before getting into start renting, so you don't make the same mistakes as I did as a first-time renter. Number one, there are some crucial things you should know before taking the plunge. Stick around as I will walk you through some of the steps that I come to learn after I first rented this apartment, and this will help your renting process a breeze, so it's much easier for you. First things first, let's talk about money. Set a budget to cover your costs. So this way you know exactly what you're looking for, how much money you're willing to spend, or how much money you really want to spend. Make sure it is realistic and won't leave you cash strapped. First, neighbor research, a neighborhood that you want to live in, where there is school, grocery, and the type of neighborhood that you feel comfortable living in. And work, lease agreement, and tenant rights. Always read the lease. Understand all terms and conditions. Security deposits, pets policy, and your right as a tenant under the Florida law if you're looking for somewhere in Florida. Rental insurance and inspection. But before I go any further, I'm going to tell you some of the things that happened to me when I first rented this apartment. As you know, it is my first time renting a property. It's my first time renting anywhere per se, a house, apartment, wherever. It is my first time as a 52-year-old woman. It's my very first time renting somewhere. So always read the lease and understand the terms and policies, and consider getting a renter's insurance just in case for any damage, theft, or whatever may occur. Protection before moving in. Inspection. So moving into inspection, it is very vital. Please ensure moving in inspection. It is very vital, so you don't have to go through a lot of issues after you move in. Inspect the property thoroughly and document any damages that you receive with the property. Know what utilities are covered in your rent. Also clarifies who is responsible for maintenance and repairs of big or small damages. Communication and eviction. Stay in touch with your landlord and report any issue promptly. Understanding Florida eviction laws and protect yourself at all costs. Moving checklist and lease termination. Create a moving condition checklist and keep records. Know the notice period required before moving in and how to get your deposit back. Renting your first place in Florida can be exciting, but it is also essential for you to be prepared. Remember, understanding your lease, clear communication are your key to smooth renting experience. Cheers to your new home. Disclaimer. I am not a real estate agent. I am not required by law or any way to speak about renters and renting of property or any of the sort. I'm just talking from my experience. And had I known when I was renting in the first place all of this that I'm telling you, please don't make the same mistake I did. I didn't have a budget. I just know that I wanted somewhere to live and I wanted to rent. So please don't make the same mistake as I made again. Walk through. When you do your walkthrough of the property, Check all cupboards, inches. Check the cupboard for anything. Check inches, the inches of the cupboard in the kitchens, in the bathroom. Check all appliances. When you check in the appliances, open. Take time, at least 2 hours for your walkthrough. All depends on how big the property is. When I did my first rental, I just walked through with the people and I didn't take notice. I didn't pay much attention. And after moving in all by myself this time, after signing the lease and have everything done and ready to move in, I found so many things that needed to be done. Check the wall, check the ceiling for breakage, check for water damages, check for rust, check the floor for break tile or whatever. Check the toilet, check the bathroom thoroughly. Check the when you check in the bathroom, ensure to lift the tank, the toilet tank. When I check mine, had I seen what I saw when I moved in, I wouldn't have take this place. There's so much that needs to be done. It's not an exciting place, but it's very comfortable. It is now very comfortable. But check thoroughly, so you don't have to go through the pain that I went through after getting the place. And I have to call the landlord, the property management company. Each time I found something, I have to call them for them to come and fix it. Document. Take pictures of everything that you've seen. I've had picture of everything. The refrigerator, the stove, the microwave, everything that wasn't in any good standing. It wasn't rental ready. Let's say it like that. It wasn't rental ready. And if it is possible, you can know the type of people who was living in the house before or the apartment before. So at least you have a good idea or good understanding of what to expect. Only to found out that the person that was living in this apartment was like, don't want to describe anybody, but it wasn't up to any standard. And later on I found out that it was not rented for over 6 months. That's how bad it was. So it wasn't rental ready. And when they rented, there was still work to be done. And there is still work needs to be done after living here for about 3 months. So there you have it, guys. My first time renting. Had I known what I know now, maybe wouldn't have rented this. But I'm happy that I'm still happy that I did, because God has blessed me so I can, have my own place and don't have to be living with anybody. So with that said, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share and comment. This is Vlogmas Day 1. Thanks for watching.